Hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. Welcome to my Steven Universe Theory video about the Stevenbomb 3. In this video, I'm talking to you about Sardonyx. Because of a lot of theory videos about this already, I decided to come up with my own that is totally different than everybody else's. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate or something on it, but I don't care. Because it's going to be something, so why not be what I have? Well, actually, there's a lot of reasons why it won't be mine, but anyway. So, for my theory on who Sardonyx is, Yellow Diamond. Alright, so you're going to be like, what? Yellow Diamond? Why is it going to be Yellow Diamond? Yellow Diamond is a Yellow Diamond, so their name's going to be Yellow Diamond, right? Yeah, I thought about that. So, but if Yellow Diamond is like a title, and like all the diamonds have like white, pink, blue, they're like titles of who the best gem is, and it's not actually the name of their gem that they have, which supports that Sardonyx could be Yellow Diamond. And if Rose Quartz was Pink Diamond, she changed her name, so why couldn't Yellow Diamond change their name to Sardonyx anyway? So, and also, like, the whole title of Sardonyx is coming. Like, I'm gonna bring that up probably later on in the video, but like, so is coming to me. It just doesn't seem like it would be like something already on planet Earth, because like, I'm gonna fuse with Pearl. I'm Garnet. All right, so where am I coming to? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Or like, if Jasper comes back and fuses with Peridot, they're not really coming because they're already there. So I think it would be like something off planet, off world. So what I have for another support on why I think it's off world, because in the one episode where Steven was messing around in Peridot's ship later on, and with like the kids, like the teens in the town that I don't really care about, they were messing with like the spaceship. Steven was in it, and like he was messing around, and he got like trapped and like had a flare into the air in like some weird diamond shaped thing. So I'm just like, okay, that to me, that I feel like that's like a distress signal or something that would be going off. That because the gem said that they wouldn't have found Steven if it wasn't for the flare, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be the only ones to see it. So I'm trying to get on to how close is Homeworld actually to Earth. So this is like another part of this whole theory video, Sardonyx and Homeworld. So what I have for like some interesting evidence of like how far Homeworld could be is like Lapis Lazuli as the biggest support for this, as she ended up flying her way all the way back to Homeworld in less than in a year, and maybe like a quarter, because I figured out the time that she was actually gone. It was in a period of 20 episodes, but that's not how I did it. Because like in the episodes, it started Ocean Gem when she left, and that was in the summer. And some of the episodes, especially the most evident one that helped with seasons, is Winter Forecast, as one of the episodes before the message when she was actually at Homeworld, calling back to tell them what is happening. So how we're gonna do like this, how fast she can go to actually reach Homeworld, would be like the closest system to our system is the Alpha Centauri system, whatever. Said system way too much time. Anyway, it's the closest at 4.22 light years away. So a light year is the distance that light travels in one Julian year, which is like the 3.65 and like a quarter with all these crazy decimal to it. So that means Lapis would have to fly like 4 to 5 times faster than the speed of light to make it to Homeworld in a year, going by the closest solar system to ours, if that kind of works like that. And you'd be like, how? She can't be that fast, because Jasper grabbed her on Earth when she tried to fly away, yeah, but how much does gravity affect her as trying to fly when you're on space and there's not really anything there? But I also thought about her there being like other places where she could have went to, like other planets in our solar system, like Mars, as modern science had proven that there could have been life on Mars, which also supports the theory that the gems were there first before they came to Earth, as they sapped all the life force from there, and they're like, oh, we're done here and we're gonna go after Earth now, which would be kind of interesting because in theory Lapis could have went there and took like a warp pad, but that doesn't really work. So this is like saying that Homeworld is a lot closer than we think, but it's far enough that they need spaceships to come back, as in Jailbreak, Peridot had her big finger hand ship. But it was close enough for Lapis to fly there in a year, which is pretty ridiculous. Also, I'm thinking like you have to add like a couple days or a week before the message actually sent there, because she's not gonna be there and be like, oh my god, this is all awful. She's gonna have to like take a couple days to like a week to feel it out, be like, this is not the same Homeworld that I used to be in. In other words, Lapis could just be fast. Also, I don't think that the Malachite storyline with Lapis and Jasper is too like really close to being over, because it wouldn't make sense for them to make Lapis be trapped in a mirror and not come back to that later, telling us why, filling the gaps to like the story, because that'd be kind of terrible. Be like, oh yeah, she's gone, but what about, no, that's just how we're gonna be, we're just gonna leave that. So I feel like they're gonna come back to like those major plot turning points, like the centipedal episode of Monster Buddies. They're not gonna just leave the centipedal there, even though, well, like with what happened in that episode, like I don't see that happening. Which is not brings us to another theory video saying that centipedal could be Sardonyx, as there are green shades of Sardonyx, or green stones of it, whatever. So I'm going to come back to the is coming that I complained about earlier, and to me it has like a more of an eerie feel, and I don't think that is coming would really fit a gem fusion. I feel like is rising or something on the lines of that would fit like a fusion, as like is coming, you're already there. Well, like this is just saying if the fusion would be from on planet, why would it be coming? But also like a whole week of being invaded by like Yellow Diamond wouldn't really, I don't see them doing that too much, as they kind of would just be doing Jailbreak but longer and for like a week. But I could see it. I wouldn't really complain about it, because it'd probably be a whole week of action and awesomeness, which wouldn't be too bad. So I guess in conclusion, the holes that lie in this theory, I know there are them, but this is really just to make you think about other possibilities of this whole Sardonyx thing before the 13th and before the San Diego Comic-Con, which they are having a panel at July 10th. I might stay tuned to that, might make a video about it, I don't know, it depends how this one goes. And like the biggest problem is the definition of the gem itself. Like the whole meaning of it is totally not evil. It's like marriage and all this like fun, happy stuff, kind of. So, which is why I don't completely disapprove of people saying that's gonna be like a fusion of like Onyx and Sard. But I mean, if Sardonyx was a new fusion character, there's like another possibility of two makeups materials of fusion of gemstones, which would be like onyx and carnelian, which is just like another variation of Sardonyx's gem, which is it's just like it's onyx mixed with carnelian and probably sard's in there too. It's just whatever. And also try to think to you a little about Homeworld. How close is it really? Because also Pearl tried to fly there in a ruckety old spaceship, thinking that she was actually going to get there, so it must not be far. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tap that like button and send me any requests about videos, comments, theories. I'm going to read them, so you may as well send them. I'll be here, you'll be there. See you next time.